Hey guys, program now here. In this video, we are going to install Java JDK, from which we'll be writing our Java programs, and we'll be running them in the Android Studio project. And I'll introduce you to Java and some of its concepts. Okay, so open up your browser. In Google, type Java. Java JDK. Java JDK. Yeah. Okay, so it should come. Java SE downloads this thing. Open it, and yeah, in this click download this thing. Now you can make sure you choose Java SE and JDK 8, that is the latest version. Okay, so in this, first of all, you choose one of these. Don't choose demos and samples. If you want to install them, you can, but I don't recommend to, because I'm going to be teaching you. Okay, so you can say accept license agreement and choose your operating system here, and then click install. This is 200 MB if you see in most of the things, so it will take a bit of time. So make sure you have got a good beefy computer, because these development in Android requires a lot of space, memory and all that. So okay, so you must have installed, and now open up Android Studio. Let it open. Yeah, so in this you can say right now start. Yeah, we'll just create in this Java tutorial. I'm gonna call it Java tutorial. It does not matter right now, minimum SDK, so just click next. Again it does not matter if we add an activity, because it's just a Java tutorials. So we'll do is create a building and all that stuff. And then now let it do its work. Yeah. Okay. Now what you can do is you can go to file and project structure, and see here the directory where the Java development kit is located, where you have installed your JDK. I think it does recognize it, but I think you must have to do like an JRE or something. Okay, so now you have specified your JDK path. Now you will be able to run apps, and you can create your Java things. Remember, it is mandatory to download JDK, because that is where your apps will run. So we are going to do Java stuff. So we are going to go to app. This is not going to be an app. First of all, this is just going to be Java tutorials. So in this thingy, don't click on Android test for test. Now right now just create a new Java class, and we'll come later about classes and all that stuff. Right now let's call it first class. Okay, you can call it anything you want. So yeah, it should create the mandatory stuff, boilerplate stuff. There's not much going on here. Okay, so yeah, so the Java compiler, the JDK compiler which you just installed, requires an entry point. So to add it, we need to say something called public static void main. Now obviously that is a big thing. So Android Studio has provided a shortcut to us, PSVM. Now once we click enter, it should add the boilerplate code. Now if we do not add this, nothing will run. Now as you can see, this triangle play button comes up. Now if I remove that, it does not come up. And even if I click play here, there is no default activity, because according to that, this is still an Android class. So we need to add PSVM. Okay, so now to print to the console, we need to say system dot out dot print line. You don't have to remember all this stuff because there is a shortcut, SOUT, SOUT, system dot out dot print line. You just say enter. Now it adds in the code. So because we are writing text there, we have to add double quotes. So I'll just zoom in there. We have to add double quotes to insert text, so it understands this is not a variable. So we add hello world. Okay, so now if I say to run this first class.main, it is going to do its Gradle build. It's going to run it, and after it does its stuff, you should see hello world. Yes, hello world. Now I'm going to say about variables. Now in math class you must have learned about variables, that a is equal to 2 or b is equal to 3. It is mostly similar, but not only numbers, it can hold text like hello world also. So first we'll deal with the basic types. So there are types of variables. First, the most basic type is integers, ints. They can hold negative values and positive values, but make sure you don't have, I think it's more than 8 digits, 8 or 10 digits. It can't handle that much. So wait, I'll just search max amount of int Java. It should say now, yeah, minus 2,2,147,483,648. That is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 digits. Make sure it is not greater or lower than this number, minus 2 billion or plus 2 billion. Make sure that is in the perfect in between of them, or else int won't be able to handle it. Okay, so int. Now after int comes the name of the variable. First type of the variable, next name of the variable. I'm going to call it a from the example. Now then I'm going to say is equal to. Okay, is equal to. Now the value, let's say 2. Now as you can see, there is some red thing, semicolon expected. Why? After every single statement you require a semicolon. In here too I have added a semicolon. So here if we add this semicolon, it fills in. Okay, so what if I want to print this a? Simple, but don't do like this. Now let's see if we do like this. Let's see what will it print. Will it print 2? No. Because of these double quotes, it understands that it's hard-coded text. There is no variable in that. So to make it inside a variable, we just need to add only a. No quotes, nothing. Now we must see 2 in the console. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so another basic type is string. As you can see, it comes up string, that we are going to be calling b. String is just a piece of text. Okay, text like we just had written hello world. Same thing there. Is equal to, again we have to add, then again this is string, so we need to add double quotes there. Okay, going to add the semicolon, and yeah, in this I'm going to say hello there, and I'm going to print the B, which is hello there. It should now print hello there. Yes, hello there. Okay, so now what I want you to do is experiment with these both. Now what if I add hello here, hello, it says me an error, incompatible types required int or the integer found java.language.string, so it does not recognize it. This type should be maintained. You can't change an int to a string and hold it with the same variable. No, that is not possible. So we need to maintain the values. Okay, so you got the basic introduction. Now what I want you to do is play around with these things, see where you can find exceptions, and write in the comment section below. And I'm going to say you more 2 types. Those are not 2, more 4. Those are floats. Okay, float, going to call it C. Next will be C, the name of the variable, then equals, and then this floats hold decimal values. So let's see, 2.3 maybe, but if I put a semicolon there, it says an exception. Incompatible types required float found double. Now if I do the same thing, but instead of float I do double D is equal to 2.3, it does not give an exception. So the compiler sometimes gets confused between floats and doubles. So to make it clear for the compiler, we need to add an F. Now as you can see, error has filled up. Okay, now this is lowercase f. If we add an uppercase f, it still works. So there is no problem. Sometimes when you write code, it adds these things there. Now sometimes if you understand it, then you can click it, but you'll be understanding many things in these lessons, so sometimes they contain useful information. Okay, so now you understood about this. These both hold decimal. I recommend using float most of the time, because if you for example, if I say float, okay, later on we'll cover it. Then next step is boolean. Boolean varies from true or false, so it just fills 1 or 0, 1 or 0. So if I say E, that is the name, then I say equal to, if you say anything, it does not work. Says to, nope, I want a boolean. Then you have to, if you say true, it becomes correct, yes. If you say false, yeah. Okay, so those are booleans for you. They're simple to understand but complex to master, so we'll be looking after them later on. Booleans can be helpful in many logics, where you have, for example, 2 conditions. If one condition is yeah, then set the boolean to true. If it is not, set it to false. Okay, the last type we are going to cover now is char sometimes referred to. So char is short form for character. So character, it can hold only a single letter. So if I say character F is equal to, if I say FD, it can't accept it. As you can see, again, it might get confused between strings and chars. Even if I reduce it to 1, it still is confused. Why? Because we are using double quotes in strings. For chars, we use single quotes. A. Yeah, see, that is the char. Yeah. So what I want you to do, play around, and if, for example, you want to extend the value from the type which we saw here, 2, 1, 4, 7, 4, 8, 3, 6, 4, 7, then what you can do, you can just say long. If you do like this, long int it won't work, because in C++ this thing worked, but in Java it won't, because long is a separate type. Like G is equal to, even if I say these many values, okay, this is too large still, but it definitely has a lot more space than integers. Yeah, there. Even if I say 9 in those, nothing happens. So if I print G, yeah, and if I run these, it should now print the biggest number. I don't know. Okay, so even if I say 9, okay, too big, yeah, 9. This thing will still hold it. So right now, sorry, let's search for not int, long. Right now let's search for long. What the right visiting. Yeah, ranges from this big of a number to this big of a number. So it is like, I guess, twice of int. So yeah, you can see there. So long can hold much more bigger values. Okay, so now, so as I said, you have to play around with these to get comfortable with variables. You can do many things with variables. In the next lecture we'll be covering arithmetic, and we will be combining strings and other types and all that. And till that, have fun, enjoy, code on.